1992 Honda Civic. Doesn't matter which liter size, if it's a 1.5 or 1.6. Alternator itself and the way you put it in or take it out is the same as well. I already took the top out, but first thing you'll be doing is taking a 10mm off this middle of this bracket. This connects to the power steering hose. Then you'll kind of move some wires around if you need to. They disconnect pretty easy. You'll pull that outside plug like that. Then you'll have a 12mm on your tension bracket. This has a manual tension bracket, so if you're looking at the car like this, it will be sitting like that. So on the driver's side, you'll have a 12mm that goes in here. You'll take that out. That's what the alternator slides on. Then you have a 13mm here, and that's on the top. Once you take that off, then you'll take the harness off. It'd be on this side if the alternator is still in. You'll have a plastic plug. I'll pull them up so you can see. You have the plastic plug, and then you have a 10mm to take off the power cable. Make sure to disconnect your battery first. Here's your plug right here. Just simple as a push here. Push that and pull it off. Once you got those two bolts off in that bracket, then you'll go ahead and take your wheel off. This is where you'll jack your car up right there. Put a jack stand under there. Make sure your handbrake is on. If it functions, if it doesn't, then you'll need to put some chocks behind you. It's a 19mm. That's what I use to take the wheel off. And most of these cars have a plastic cover. This one's already off. Most of them probably will by this year. And then you'll have a bolt that you'll kind of take that plastic cover off. Down under here, you may have some difficulty. There's a long bolt. First of all, see the alternator there? It sets there. This is the bottom that it tilts on. There'll be a long bolt that goes through here. You have a square end on this side that doesn't move. So all you have to do is worry about is taking that nut off the bolt. It's a 14. Put some penetrating fluid on it first before you work it too hard. Once you got that off, then like you saw, I have a bungee cord hooked to the alternator, and it's levitating it up in the air so it's out of my way. That's pretty important because you don't want it to be in your way. You also see I got the belt off, which is simple. Once you got the top bracket off I told you about earlier, you'll just move the alternator towards the front. It'll tilt on this like a pivot. Once you got your belt off, then you can, like I said, take this bolt and nut out. You'll have to use like a gentle tap or your ratchet and just tap on that bolt till it gets loose, and you'll slide all the way out the back. This is what it looks like. There's the nut. Then you want to take this bracket off. This middle bolt you can't really get to with your ratchet, so I had to use 2 wrenches. You know, the 9/16 or 14mm. 19/16 is a little bit loose, but it did it without stripping it. And then if you don't have a breaker bar or it's too hard, well, actually a breaker bar probably won't even fit.
Está cerrado.
Cerrado?
¿Quiere que haya gas?
Huh?
A la gas.
Okay.
Voy a la gas en la car.
Okay. You'll hook a wrench to here for more leverage to break that loose. The other one you can access. Once you get this off, you'll wiggle the alternator out from the bottom here, and then go ahead and put your new one in the same way.